All right, everyone, so we're gonna be replacing the hub and the bearing assembly on this 2010 Honda Odyssey. Now, I already did the hub replacement on the passenger side. This side I'm gonna film, so hopefully it'll go smoothly and it'll kind of look like I know what I'm doing, even though I really don't because I'm not a mechanic, but it's pretty straightforward. So obviously, first thing you gotta do is take the tire off. Get these going. Holy shit. It's always a reassuring sound. There we go. All right, so yeah, I'm not a mechanic. What I do is I just keep a list. So I got a list of all the different steps. I already ran through it. And this is just from watching other videos, checking online, checking AI, of course. Just seeing the basic steps. It's pretty straightforward. This is basically 2 bolts, 17 millimeter. We're gonna take that off first. But before we even do that, we're gonna put this coat hanger on, and that's gonna hold up the caliper and clamp. So I'm just stringing this up here. It's not going to be holding any heavy weight, but I definitely want to get this ready because you don't want to drop this and pinch or break that brake hose. Okay, so as you can see, we're looking straight down. And right here on top, this is a 17 millimeter bolt. And that is for the bracket. And that bracket is what's holding on the calipers. Now it's on there pretty good. I don't have a breaker bar. We're just going full testosterone on this. There we go. All right, now let's go underneath. If we come around the back here, you can see at the bottom, that's the second 17 mil screw for that bracket. All right, got that off I mean. So we'll get the bottom one, we'll take this bottom bolt out first, and then we'll take the top one out and we'll hang it up. We'll get this top bolt out. And we'll slide this off gently. And we want to hang this up, okay? You see this hose, we don't want to break that hose. I'm going to go ahead and just run this through. So I'm going to just run it through where the bolt hole is. Just because that's the only place I can find. Okay, good enough. Just wrap it. You just want to make sure that this is secure and it's not going to fall down. You hear that? Oh, and it just stops. It sounds like one of those old flour mills that they use those big chunks of, you know, granite. There's a screw here, a screw there. Now in the front, when I replaced my rotors, the first thing I did, I stripped these. So I don't even try without the hammer drill. That did not turn. Let's try that again. Okay, this one is loose. Put it where we won't lose it. There's that second one. Just make sure this is on lefty-loosey. Give it a few taps. There you go. All right, that's the second one off. This side is obviously old. You might have to hit it just to break it. That's it, this is coming right off. So we're gonna take this out, and this one has 4 bolts behind, and I'll show you where they are. So if you look at it from inside the car, there's 2 here, and then there's 2 more directly behind. So I'm gonna start with the easy one, just to break it. Oh, broken. All right, let's get this one going. Okay, got that one. We'll do this one next. Okay, got it with 2 hands. Now, the tricky one, the tight one. So I'm not gonna turn it much. I'm gonna go just a little bit of a turn and then pull it back, because I don't want to mess with that brake line at all. I've been doing like quarter turns of this thing for the last 5-6 minutes. I think I finally got. All right, so that's the hard one. Should be easier. At least here I can give it a full proper turn. All right, that's 2. Let's get this other bottom one back here. That's 3. And then this last one. Okay, that's it for all the bolts. So this thing should pop out. Of course it's not. There it goes. Whew. So I just cleaned this up a little bit. There was just some debris in there. I don't want any debris in this area. It's got grease in it, and so I don't want to mess with it too much. I want to make sure it stays clean. But that's it. So those 4 bolts, that unit came out. We're going to put the new unit in. We're going to make sure all the holes are lined up. All right, so here's our new part. Nice and shiny and clean. We'll go ahead, we'll get this seated. All right, we're gonna put this in here. Okay, you see how you can see light all the way through? That hole is lined up. How about over here? See that light all the way through? There's the 4th hole. See that light all the way through? Light all the way through, okay? So, amazingly enough, the first time I tried it, they were lined up. You want to make sure that this is seated. And I'm going to give it a little tap. Now this one is pretty good. We'll start with the easy one, just to make sure that it is in fact lined up. Should be able to hand tighten this, and it should grab that new hub assembly. And it's not. All right, so you might have to finagle your hub assembly a little bit, but these bolts should go in very easily. So I'm going to start with the easy one, the one that's easy to access. And I can screw it almost all the way in by hand. That's a good sign. That's what you want. The next hole is down here. I'll assume this one's lined up as well. Yep, good. Hey, if you guys are liking this, please hit that like and subscribe button. Really helps. I'm an old guy crawling around in his garage. I can use all the help I can get. And this one, I'm saving the difficult one for last. Where's the hole here? There it is. They all grab nicely, easily, no problems, no forcing. That means the hub is lined up properly. All right, let's get this last one in. This is the tricky one here by the brake line. There's just not a lot of room. I'm gonna have to use this. I'll put the socket on it. to get it going. This may take a while, so I got my torque wrench. All right, we'll do the opposite side. Okay. We'll do our favorite one last. Might need 2 hands for this. Nope. All right. Okay. So now, tricky part here. We're going to undo our little contraption. Just be careful. Try not to touch the brake pads at all. The tricky part is, you got to have your rotor on first, which I don't have. So this will go on real easy because I don't have my rotor. So let me put this back. We have to put our rotor back on. And the only thing to watch out is we have these 2 manufacturer screws. And so you want to make sure you line them up at the hole. So I put one on the top, one on the bottom. And they line up. We just got to put these back on. Do it loosely until you get the second one on. This one you can make a little tighter. Now I'm not going to use the hammer drill to tighten these, as long as it holds it in place. Look at that, nice and quiet, smooth. Okay, now the tricky part. Okay, let's see if I can slide this over the rotor without having to take the caliper off. What do you know, Joe? We got it. I'll do the top bolt first. Jiggle it into place. Okay, it's in. Now I'm going to show you, I'll get the GoPro and show you from behind here. There is a washer here. Now make sure that washer stays in, okay? I'm going to get this bottom one started here. Okay, bottom one is in. All right, down here as well, you see that washer in there. Make sure that's in. We'll give this hub good spins, nice and smooth and quiet. Just the brake pads rubbing. Torque these down while we're here. All right, let's snug. Okay. That one is done. Let's get this bottom one. Done. Okay. So we got the new hub and bearing assembly in. We put the rotors back on, put our manufacturing screws back on. We got the caliper, the caliper and the clamp back on without having to take the caliper off completely. So now we just gotta, oh wait, do not forget this. I did this last time. I put the tire on, I realized I left this on. So take this out now. Now we just gotta put the tire back on and we're done. And this is, you know, I'm just some guy. I'm not a mechanic. It's a bit of a pain sometimes, but they wanted $900 for this. Cost me $50 for the new hub. So now obviously it took some time. Let me get that tire on. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. We got the new hub, everything done, did both sides. Took a few hours, definitely got lots of dirt. I think I even got dirt on my head. I don't know if that's cool looking or just embarrassing, but that's what happens when you're bald. Anyway, I just took it for a test drive. No wheels fell off. Good first sign. More importantly, this car used to be loud. So when we drove, you can hear this hub. It was loud, and it's been like that for years. So not a great situation. If you do hear a lot of noise, you know, from the back of your car or even the front, probably a good time to change your hubs. It's really quiet now. My wife is going to be impressed. So hit that like and subscribe button. Hit my head a few times. Got dirty as hell. Doesn't cost you anything. The next step, we're getting harder for each job we do. So the next one, I got to replace the front struts and the lower control arm. And no, I don't know what that is either, but I know what it is now because I have the box, but I don't actually really know what it is. That one's going to be the most challenging. Anyway, hit that like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next video.